right. So we are back. Episode 2 of the all-wheel drive RSX build. Today, we're going to see about finishing off the brakes. The ABS delete. Hold on a second here. If you watched the previous video, you'd know that we deleted the ABS off this thing. So when you delete the ABS, you're going to need a prop valve, a proportioning valve. On the premium RSX, the Type S RSX, they come with an ABS, which is right here, right? And then it has a proportioning valve that pairs up with the ABS, so it's not going to work with your regular brakes. If I was to hook up the regular brakes, there'd just be shit spewing out everywhere, I guess, or there wouldn't be enough there wouldn't be enough slots here, right? So these are the back brakes, these are the front brakes, but there's nothing here for the master cylinder to go into, right? Whereas this one, here's the two lines for the master cylinder, that's for the rear, and then these two are for the front. Yeah, these two are for the fronts, these two are for the rears. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, right? On the regular car, this is an 06 Type S, it has the ABS, right? And then the prop valve is, where the valve is, it's all the way down there, that thing right there. See the two bolts, super white with salt. Yeah. So, you're gonna basically take this thing out, cut all the lines to the prop valve, or to the proportionate, whatever that thing is. I'm just gonna call it the prop valve for now, but leave the two back ones on, or that's what I did for now, right? Now, the prop valve that I'm using here is from a 99 Civic DX. There's a lot of debate and people on forums talking about this is the one you need, this one won't work, blah 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 blah. Everyone says you need the one from like a Civic SI, 99 to 2000. It's the Civic SI, it's the same as the one in the DX. Something else I learned, a little bit of secret sauce, is that the base model RSX does not have ABS, so it has one of these and you could just reuse one of those. But I already have this, so I mean, I'm not gonna go get another one, right? Hopefully the wind isn't fucking up the recording right now. But yeah, so I have one of the front ones sort of made out. I have to take off these lines, but I had the spanner wrench or the open wrench or something. Those things are stripped and rusted to hell. So we're gonna get a vice grip and see if we can vice those off. So we got those off on both sides. We're gonna have to get replacements of these, and to be honest, I'm not even 100% sure. Like, should I just get new hoses too? And like, what should I do with the caliper, you know what I mean? Or would it be good to just replace that and flush it? Whatever. But yeah, that was a pain in the ass. I had to use 2 vice grips. And like, look at that, I want to record myself doing stuff and then do like a little time lapse or whatever, but I'm just one guy with an iPhone and I don't have a tripod and things like that. So if I can, I will, but if I can't, then I can't. Anyway, this was the one that the line that I was making to go to the passenger. It's gonna be weird to dry fit it or whatever. I also unbent it because I was gonna try and take was it this one, or I can't remember, but I screwed this up. I have another one, but basically this one here, I believe, yeah, this is the passenger side. Oops, this is the passenger side holes. These are the back ones. That's the driver one. The reason I'm leaving these like this is because I'm just gonna cut them then put a double flare. Hold on, let me back up. The RSX is bubble flare. The Civic prop valve that I'm using is double flare. So instead of redoing the whole lines that are already good or whatever, I'm just gonna cut these and replace these bubble flares that are on the RSX piece with double flares so they'll fit in there and everything will be fine. These lines are bubbles, so I have to cut one side and then double flare them. I'm not going to show myself doing these ones for the front, but I will attempt to show you guys me doing the back ones in the car, which is going to be a challenge, especially since these ones are steel lines. They're a lot harder. I don't even know if my little tool thing that I bought from Canadian Tire will friggin' cut through that one there. So yeah, I'm gonna go get the other one and start bending it to shape so that it will go across and fit. Should I start from there or start from there? I don't know. You know what, maybe I'll reuse this one and do it for the driver's side if I can. I'll let you guys know in a minute. All right, so yeah, I think I am going to reuse this one. All right, so bear with me. This thing's very long. It's got to fit in here. So if I bend it around here-ish, it should, right? It should fit to there. Then the bend, bear with me, you'll have a kind of U shape, right? It'll go over and then come down. It's a little messed up or whatever on the other side, but I can bend it so that it goes over here and then do the little 90-degree bend or whatever to get it to go in there and do the double flare. Let's see if we can get that going on. All right, so that's what we did. Just screwed it in a little bit to, you know, place it or whatever. And they call me Bozo, but I'm a genius. Yeah, so it's super ugly here. I'm gonna take it off, bend it at this part so that it goes across here, then bend it down so it goes to here, cut it, and see how it looks. Now, I don't know much about brakes, but these little squiggly lines, I'm sure it's fine, right? As long as it's not rubbing on anything. So, yeah, I'm gonna bend it so it goes this way, bend it again so it goes down, and then put the double flare on it. So this thing's way too long. Way too long. This is the part that goes in the brake. I don't know, we'll cut it about here. This is a little, I don't know, it's like $10 tube cutter thing that I got from Canadian Tire. The way it works is, you know, you put it around the, let's see if I can get this on here. Get a good look for you. So you put it on around, you let it go, you let it rest in these little roller things, right? And then you'll slowly tighten it. Once it gets stiff tight, you're gonna roll it around. It'll start to make a little cut line. As you go around and it gets easier to turn, you're gonna tighten it some more so it's nice and snug. Keep doing that process over and over and over until you cut through. That way it doesn't bend the tube when you cut it, and it won't end up looking, you know, like that, right? And then afterwards you go with a deburring tool, or I'm gonna show you a trick that you can use if you don't have a deburring tool. So I guess here we go. Nice and tight, right? Nice and tight. Okay, so hopefully you can see that, right? It's starting to make a little line, a little cut line. So you're gonna tighten it. Go around, go around, go around. All right, it's getting nice and easy. Tighten it. Go around, go around, go around. Again, I don't know how well you guys can see that in there, right? The line's getting thicker. Go around, go around. Oh, it's getting nice and easy, it's getting nice and easy. Tighten it. Go around. All right, so as you can see from the time lapse in the video, this isn't something that's gonna take, it's gonna be like right away, right? You're gonna have to slowly do it, especially if you want to get it done right. So again, I'm gonna try and show you here. You see these little tings and stuff, right? You can't have that when you go to make your flares. So you gotta get that off. You need to deburr it. There's special tools for that, but I'm gonna show you a trick that you can do to deburr it. All right, so before I actually deburr it, I'm gonna make sure that I have the right length and everything before I make a double flare. So we put it back in, we made a rough guesstimate measurement. So I'm gonna cut it here. Then I'll show you how to deburr it. Then I'll make the flare, see if it fits. Do the same thing for the long one. Then we'll show you guys how we make the double flare with the double flaring tool with these ones. Oh my god, I can already feel like they're so much harder. So we're not flaring it yet, but we just put it in the flaring thing in the vise to have it solid. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take a little sandpaper, just gonna sand the top of it, and you're gonna take a little drill bit. I can't remember the size, but what are these? Oh shoot. It's a 4.75 on the flaring thing. I think this is I don't know. I'm really sorry, but you get the idea, right? And so I'm just gonna do that because I don't have enough hands, and I'll show you the result after. All right, so it has been deburred. I'm just gonna blow out some of that dust in there or whatever, but the hole's a little bit bigger, and so we can properly flare it. All right, so we did the double flare. Yeah, this is so hard to focus on. There we go. It's a little lopsided. Let's see if we can focus. A little lopsided, but I think it would work. The only problem is we forgot to put the double flare nut on it. So see, this is a bubble flare. It's rounded at the top. This is the double flare, which is not rounded at the top. So I'm going to cut it here and redo it, and hopefully it'll be a little bit straighter. But I am going to put the flare nut on it, so, or not the, whatever it's called, the fitting. All right, so we have our bubble flare here, and our double flare done. Hello, focus. Not too bad. It's pretty good. Yes, I'm reusing the old fitting, whatever. And let's see if we can get it installed. All right, great success. A little janky, but it's in. And if we come over here, you know, it's proper. I just have to maneuver it a little bit, bend it a little bit, but we have to replace that. So that'll be in the next video. But we're gonna do the other side, which is the long one across. Now I don't know if I'm gonna tuck it in here or just go around there. I'm afraid if I go around there, it might be too much vibration. What if the tire rubs on it? I don't know. And then we'll get to cutting those ones off. We have it tested. I decided to go over there so I can just do less bends. We're gonna make it go along like that. And I gotta go do the flare. Like I said, it's just test fitted. It's not bumping on anything. And I don't know, I think I'll have to come up with some sort of padding or I've seen one on the ground here somewhere. Where is it? that thing right there, that was used to hold brake lines and fuel lines and stuff like that up against the car. So we can just do that. Anyway, I'm gonna go make this flare and then get to these things. Oh my god. So there we go. We got all four in. It's not touching. It's a little bouncy, but we'll figure that out later. And it's just, you know, it's test fit and all that stuff. I think this will be good. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut these and then show you how you do the flare on one of them inside the car. All right, so holy cow, that was a pain in the ass, but they're cut. I'm gonna deburr them. Now, I realized watching back at the videos, when I did the double flare on these two, I only did a single flare, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna fix that. If you know anything about flaring, you'll look at my thing earlier and I'm like, ooh, that's a nice double flare. It's half done. There is one more step that needed to be complete. So I'll show you after this what an actual double flare is supposed to look like. So I went ahead and did the double flare the correct way. Focus. But I forgot to put this thing. So I put tape here so that if it slides back, it doesn't slide under the car. I have the right one on here. We have the thing in the flaring tool. It's like 50, 60 bucks from Canadian Tire. The way you want to do this is you want to take the little die or whatever it's called. You put it on the flaring tool, and then you want your brake line to be the same, be sticking out as much as that part there. Right? So then you're gonna put this in here. You're gonna take this thing here, line this up with the little hole on there, and crank it down until it stops. Right? You're gonna keep going, then all of a sudden it's just gonna feel like a hard stop. It's bottomed out. Then that part is done. You're gonna undo it, take this piece off, and then go at it again with this. Again, tighten it down with this in the hole until it bottoms out, and you'll get yourself a nice fucking, oh, it's a perfect one too. And of course I screwed up. Oh my god. I hope there's enough length here to bend it over. We'll see. All right, so see, this is after you done it the first time. I took the little die thing off. So now I'm gonna go at it again with this, and we'll have a proper double flare like that. Man, the focusing is really bad. I'm sorry, guys. All right, so we're actually gonna be done for the day. I realized that this one up here most likely will be able to bend and fit, but this one, especially since I have to recut it, is not going to reach. So I don't think I can put it there. I'm probably going to move it down here. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have to figure this out, but when I do, you'll know in the rest of the video. Okay, and we're back. Sorry about this bozo over here. Hopefully you can hear me. But we finished the brake lines. This was the solution that we went with. You understand? Little connectors. Hopefully this is good and it works. This one here, I don't like how it's seated. I might have to redo it. But while we were at it, we got the tie rods off the old power steering. Put them on. You understand? Now I need to get one RSX tie rod end because we're putting the base RSX struts back on because the EP3 coils that I have need to be repaired. So then once those are repaired, we can take those off, and then we got to put the EP3 tie rod ends on so that it all works. So I think in the next video, that's what I'm going to be doing, is putting on the struts, the tie rods, hooking up the control arms, all that stuff, getting all that stuff put back together, as well as, you know, clipping the all the lines and stuff, and the brain cords, the spinal cord. What the harness, the ECU harness, the engine harness. Then we'll go around and make sure everything's torqued down properly. These here are supposed to be 50 or 58 or something, torqued it to 58. Yeah, I reused this. Yeah, I reused that. I'm not sure what these were. I torqued them to the same as these, which are supposed to be like 40 or 42 or something. And then this one was match stripped, as well as that one on that side. I got them relatively tight, but I think I'm just gonna replace those, and they're easy to get at. If anyone knows the actual torque spec for those, you could throw it in the comments, please, because I don't know, I'm a bozo and I can't seem to find a proper torque spec freaking service manual online or a diagram or something. The one diagram I found showed me these, and it showed me this, and then these are supposed to be torqued to 40, which, by the way, I don't know how to do that with the torque wrench, so I just tightened them as hard as I could with my hand, and they wouldn't go any further. Like with my hand in like a pry bar or whatever. Made sure not to go too crazy, but they were super snug. Like it felt like they bottomed out type of thing. And then yeah, once that's all done, then we're gonna figure out how to wire the power steering. I was going to take this out and wire it through here, but the problem with that is you have to, like, not only are you taking the dash off, you have to take the whole heater box out and this, that, and the other thing, and I'm just not about that life right now. So maybe one day we'll just trim that off, and then we'll probably sneak it behind there like everyone else does. And then yeah, I need to figure out how to line up my steering wheel, and I guess the rack itself, because you have to like bottom it out one way, count the ticks or something, and divide it by 2 so that it's centered. I'm pretty sure it was already centered when I took it out, but like, I don't know these things. I'm a bozo, you know what I'm saying? We have the Passport CRV mount on the way. I think probably gonna have to cut that. Yeah, and yeah, and once that's all done, we can put the engine in, and it should be running. And yeah.